Good evening, all. I would like to thank organizing committee giving the opportunity to present the CyberKnife quality assurance. Today, I am going to talk about mission and the mission-specific quality assurance of CyberKnife for spine SBRT cases. The quality assurance is predominant in spine SBRT cases because it has the high conformity plans, which has the steep dose gradient, and it reduces the treatment volume, and treatment volume is equal to target volume. Here, if you are seeing the 20 grade target dose to going to target volume, at the same time, you are sparing the spinal cord with 50% reduction in 22 mm. This DDH shows if there is a 1 mm shift in the delivery, so what will happen to our target volume? So this is a without shift which we have planned in the TPS, and this 1 mm shift which lead to the under dosage to the target as well as over dosage to the critical structures. The CyberKnife has 6 robotic rotational axes with integrated X-ray sources, which is orthogonally placed, and a synchronic camera for LED monitoring and the tracking of breathing movement, and robotic couch. And we have to do the quality assurance for all individual system which is incorporated in the CyberKnife. This is the LINAC beam system, the circulator and wave guide electron gun, which has the X-band magnetron. So the quality assurance protocol consists the delivery system with including the beam and the mechanical system of the robotic LINAC, fixed collimeter and the iris collimeter, and robotic couch with X-ray imaging system. So these are the daily quality assurance has been performed in CyberKnife. These are the functional tests which has to be performed, and the output should be less than 2%, and reduction of incorrect and missing secondary collimeter has to be performed daily, so that what we planned in the TPS is directly delivered to the machine without any collimeter misalignment. And visual check of a beam laser and the standard floor mark has been cross-verified whether the internal laser system in the robotic arm is matching with our baseline value in the floor. The automatic quality assurance, it is similar to the Winston-Lewis test. It should be mandatory to do daily, and the tolerance should be less than 1 mm. And the X-ray tube warm, it has been performed on daily basis. Here you are seeing, this is the internal laser system, which we have to verify with our floor mark in the CK room. If there is a marker and laser is not matching, and there is misalignment in the robot. So in these situations, we are verifying the laser check with the crystal, which is inbuilt in our collimeter table. This will tell us here what is the actual value with baseline value. If the baseline value, from the baseline value, the actual value is changed, then the laser calibration has to be done. So based on this laser value only, the collimeter pickup and treatment position has been decided. Coming to the LINAC output constantly check, the daily output has to be verified by using the 0.6 cc or 0.23 cc with build-up cap in the back clutch. Here it is attached to the robotic LINAC, and we are taking the charge from 100 mV and we are comparing with our baseline value. The output should be less than 2% deviation from our baseline value. The CyberKnife has been calibrated such a way that 1 centigrade for 1 mU at Dmax. So the automatic quality assurance checks the reproducibility of targeting 2 beams, that is the horizontal and vertical, and it is similar to Winston-Lewis test. So here this is the phantom, ATEA phantom, which contains the plastic and tungsten board. We have to cut the films and insert in the phantom. So we have planned in the TPS with the AP and the lateral beams in the CT scan of the ATEA phantom. Here you can see this is the 80% isodose line in the TPS with the 1 AP and 1 lateral beam. So the delivery was done by using the AP beam and lateral beam, what we have planned in the TPS. The positioning the ATEA phantom in robot couch is like this. and after that we are exposing the AP and lateral beam. The exposed film shown here. So by using the film analysis, we can calculate the radial error, and it should be less than 0.5 mm. The tolerance is 1 mm, but we always verify it should be less than 0.5 mm. These are the monthly QAs which has to be performed in LINAC as well as in the other systems. So beam parameters like energy, symmetry, and flatness, and LINAC laser and radiation coincident, utility test, dose verification, imaging system alignment, and couch positioning accuracy. The dose rate is 1000 mU per minute, and the daily dose rate deviation should not be more than 10%. The X-ray energy is baseline value is 0.62 to 0.67, and the Dmax should be within 15 mm with the tolerance of plus or minus 2 mm at 80 centimeter SSD. The beam flatness should be less than 20% and the beam symmetry less than 4%. This is based on the beam protocol. Generally in LINAC, the beam flatness and symmetry is less than 3% and 2% for the developed beams. Here we are using the developed beams and the beam protocol. The flatness and symmetry has the tolerance of less than 20%, less than 4%. The penumbra has to be checked monthly basis. The tolerance level for the penumbra is 3.5 mm for 10 mm polymeter. It should be less than 4.5 mm for 40 mm polymeter, and it should be less than 8 mm for 60 mm polymeters. So the radiation safety and the beam stability check has to be done on monthly basis, because in CyberKnife each plant contains 10,000 to 15,000 MUs approximately. So in such cases, there is a interval dose to the patient. So each month we have to verify whether the transmission through blank collimator, leakage in patient plant, leakage measured at 1 meter from electron beam axis is within our tolerance or not. Then the output linearity. In CK, there is a 5 mu, 10 mu per beam. So it will be integrated throughout the treatment time. So in such situations, we have to verify the output linearity in lower MUs, and it should be better than plus or minus 1%. The output reproducibility with robot orientation should be better than plus or minus 2%, because the robot will move around the patient cloud and it will deliver individual beam. So absolute calibration is based on PPR78. Here we are using the 0.66 chamber at 80 centimeter SAD. By using the PPR in 5 centimeter depth or 10 centimeter depth, we can calculate the output at the Dmax, and it should be 1 centigrade per 1 MU, and it should not be more deviate not more than 2%. This is the monthly protocol in our center. Here we can see that the calculated output is 98.95 centigrade per 100 MU, and the percentage of deviation is less than 2%. This output calibration we have done with IAEA WHO Postal Dose Quality Audit Service in India for the first time, and we have completed this within acceptable level. Beam energy consistency should be checked by using TPR 20/10, and the value should be 0.62 to 0.67 as recommended by the vendor. This is one of our monthly protocol, PDD. Here we can see the quality index is 0.62 and Dmax is 1.56 centimeter. This is the penumbra specification of CyberKnife system is defined as distance between 18% and 20% dose decrement points along a relative dose profile. In this profile, it will show the 10 mm polymeter profile. Here, the penumbra value is less than 3.5 mm. And in 40 mm polymeter, the tolerance is less than 4.5 mm. And in 60 mm polymeter, the tolerance should be less than 8 mm. In our monthly QA process, all the criteria has been passed. And this is the flatness and symmetry. Here we can see the 40 mm polymeter and the 60 mm polymeter profiles, and the flatness values is less than 20% and the symmetry is less than 4%. The same as in the 60 mm polymeter also, the flatness is less than 20% and the symmetry is less than 4%. Both the cross plane and cross plane. The LINAC laser radiation alignment has been verified by using the EBT3 films we are putting this film in the phantom with bad touch, and we are marking the laser point with the marker. After that, we are grading with the 16 mm polymeter at 80 centimeter SSD, and we are analyzing by using the image software how much shift from the central point from the laser alignment. So the tolerance should be less than 1 mm, and the our value is 0.51 mm is the maximum value in the iris collimeter. This to be done for both iris and as well as the fixed collimeter. So coming to the end-to-end test, this is the monthly care process. And it is a total targeting accuracy from CT scan to treatment delivery. This is one of the important tests which has to be carried out in CyberKnife, and it will contain the phantom with a hidden target, and two orthogonal films has to be placed simulation through the treatment delivery. These are the targeting methods in the CyberKnife: 6D skull, fiducial, spine, synchrony, and excite line. So this is purpose is to be a more sophisticated Winston Lewis test, checking spatial delivery accuracy together with tracking modality of two orthogonal X-ray beams. Here, coming to the spine SBIT, I am going to discuss about the spine ETU test. This is a spine phantom which contains the spine bone level contrast with the ball cube. This phantom is scanned in CT scan with the films. This is the film insert. Okay, see, this is the ball cube. After scanning the phantom, we are planning with 35 mm polymeter in 70% isodose line with this many beams. The delivery of ET test is carried out in the CyberKnife with the same what we planned in the TPS, by with the tracking, interprofessional tracking also. So this is the result which shows the 6D skull tracking is 0.64 mm, and the spine tracking, the targeting error is 0.75 mm. In the lung tracking, the targeting error is 0.8 mm. The tolerance of this ETU test is should be less than 1 mm. For verifying the image alignment in the two orthogonal X-rays, we have the ISO post placed exactly in the center of two orthogonal junction. We are taking the X-ray and we will verify what is the alignment of X-ray source. It is important parameter to check our intrafractional imaging system. Based on this, our robot positioning has been carried out throughout the treatment. The code question accuracy has to be checked in monthly basis. So X, Y, Z, jaw, pitch, roll, all the parameters has to be verified by using the graph sheet and the speed level with digital indicator in CyberKnife. The quadratic wave checks contains target locating system tracking. Here, the auto coach function of treatment delivery has to be verified. Once if we are taking the image in the CT console, after that we are moving the image certain distance. Based on that, we are moving the couch XYZ yaw, pitch, roll directions, and we are verifying mechanically whether it is moved correctly or not. The error should be less than 2 mm. And in quarterly check, lesser mechanical alignment has to be performed for iris collimeter as well as in the fixed collimeter. Here the same procedure, we are using the marker, which is the laser which is placed in the EBT3 films. By using the 60 mm collimeter, we are exposing the film. Then the threshold area is calculated whether the collimeter is giving exactly the radiation field size or not is verified by using this profile. This is the 60 mm collimeter. Here you can see this is the 60.5 mm. So the tolerance is it should be less than 1 mm at 80 centimeter SSD. Coming to the annual key, the beam commissioning spot checks, beam calibration checks has been verified by using the TRS-398 protocol, and treatment planning system thoroughly checked by using the TRS-430 protocol with the treatment planning display, TPS distance measurement, and TPS calculations. This TPS calculation test verifies the accuracy of calculating those due to a single beam based on the beam central axis properties. The annual pay contains the Kuka robots perform mastering check with such two calibration. The couch position indication accuracy has to be verified in annual basis using a meter stick, and the values should be less than plus or minus 5%. The city geometry accuracy and the dose calculation algorithm verification has to be performed in annual basis, and this is the city geometric tandem which will give the mechanical distance of 5 centimeter, and this physical distance is verified in the TPS whether the 5 centimeter is exactly the same or not. The tolerance will be less than 1 mm. The dose calculation algorithm verified by using the profile measurements and the PDD measurement with the TPS calculated value with measured value. So coming to the pressure specific PA, is predominant in CyberKnife because the UTU test, our AKUA test is based on isocentric treatment plan. But most of our CyberKnife pressure specific plan is non-isocentric, so it is mandatory to do the pressure specific PA on the particular patient before treatment delivery. So it will verify the treatment anatomy, beam path, node, and the point dose which is calculated in the TPS, whether it is delivering correctly or not. And the collimator selection, whether the robot is correctly picking the similar collimator or whether it is deviating from our planned collimator selection. So here we are using the SDVP tandem with A1 SL chamber, and this will show the treatment plan of one spine SBRT cases with this many beams, and this plan is transferred to the phantom, SDVP phantom. So here the chamber is positioned in the homogeneous dose distribution. Here you can see there is a dose calculation of mean dose of 8.66 gray. This 8.66 gray we have to verify whether the CK system is delivering this dose or not. By using the phantom and the chamber, the same plan has been executed in the CyberKnife, and we can see that the calculated dose is 8.66 gray and delivered dose is 8.82 gray, and the deviation is less than 2%. For the fleet based patient here, we are doing the EPT3 fleet, and this one we are cutting the film as per the treatment site, and we are keeping same as the chamber, and we are calculating the TPS calculated dose by exporting the DICOM format, and the delivered dose profile has been compared with calculated dose map. The CyberKnife has the more degrees of freedom comparable to the LINAC, because CyberKnife has non-isocentric treatment, so that the quality assurance also we have to perform all the imaging system as well as in the associated systems. So the mechanical accuracy requires the high degree of targeting accuracy and mechanical stability. A small positioning errors in SBRT equipment can result in considerable changes to calculated dose of target point. It affects the adjacent critical organs due to steep dose gradient and small target volume. Due to this reason, effective quality control program should be implemented to ensure that the accuracy of the CyberKnife system does not deviate significantly from the baseline. These are the references which are used to do the quality assurance. Thank you.